That down, guys. Let's move on to this, shall we? Well, we've now got a DCU up and running. With Superman being out, we've of course talked about the success it's been having, still a 93% audience rating, A- cinema score. It's made more money in its first 10 days than the last 5 DCU movies put out there, trying to correct all the damage done by the DCEU. You know, all that kind of stuff. It's all good. We've got a Clayface movie coming. We got a Supergirl movie coming. We got Peacemaker coming. We got Lanterns coming. We got a Batman Brave and the Bold coming at some point. But of course, one of the big names a lot of people are talking about is Wonder Woman. How are you going to do a Wonder Woman now? Well, we at least know this. We now know who's writing Wonder Woman. And it's really good news, but not so much for Wonder Woman as it is for another project. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Wonder Woman has brought on the Supergirl writer, Anna Nogueira, to write the script. She's also behind DC Studios' Teen Titans movie that she's trying to develop.
Hell yeah.
For them, which I know would get you excited. Now, she's mostly been an actress in the business. And the only thing she wrote before Supergirl was she did this really good little short film called We Win that has William Jackson Harper, who of course was from The Good Place, and then they even dropped him in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah.
He's actually great. He's wonderful. Too bad about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But so she had written that, and so that landed her the gig to do Supergirl, and now they're going to bring her on to do Wonder Woman. Look, all I've ever seen from this girl is this little short film. It's not enough. I mean, I didn't read the script for Supergirl. I obviously don't know what the plans are for Teen Titans. I don't know what she's planning for Wonder Woman. But here's why this is great news, I think. Because it tells me, and we've seen this happen with Marvel a couple of times to great effect. It tells me they love what she did with Supergirl.
Yeah.
Like, if you are lukewarm, and I thought she did a pretty good job, you don't turn around and hand her your next one of your holy trinity projects with Wonder Woman. So if they have this person on and she writes Supergirl, and now they instantly turn around and they're handing her Wonder Woman, the only thing you can take away from that is they love what she did on Supergirl. And that, so it's kind of funny, Rob, we're sitting here talking about the Wonder Woman movie, but this is actually making me more excited for Supergirl. And you know, James Gunn said recently, he was doing an interview, he was asked like, why is the Supergirl movie the next one up as opposed to something else? And he said, because it was the best script. He said, we're doing this one next because it was the best one. It was the best script. It was the most ready to go. That's why we did it. How refreshing is it to have a head of a studio using that as their strategy?
I just love the fact that a studio executive has a finished script that they can comment on and go, this is why we're making it.
Yes. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be nice to see other studios do that as well? So at any rate, this is great. I can't say she's wonderful because I've only seen a short film she's done. But again, she's impressing the right people. And if they're that hot on her, then it just makes me more excited for Supergirl. Anyway, Rob, we've got our screenwriter for Wonder Woman. Remember, Wonder Woman is not greenlit. James Gunn is not going to officially announce that they're doing the movie until they've got a perfect script. But it sounds like they're marching towards that. What's your takeaway from this?
Look, I'm excited. I love the fact that even the choice of which Supergirl story that they're adapting, you know, like Marvel went back and they adapt Brubaker's run for Winter Soldier. Not exactly, but they look at that and they're inspired by a specific run, which lays out new characters and a story that they can adapt. The Woman of Tomorrow story, Tom King's Woman of Tomorrow story, is great. Yeah. And I don't think people understand it really is a journey of self-discovery. It's about somebody our Supergirl is broken because she is from Krypton. She did watch her planet destroyed. She did watch everybody she knows die. And that story has her and Krypto going off on an odyssey to help someone else. And I think it's you know what it is? It's a superhero story unlike any we've ever seen. And it makes sense to me that that script turned out to be the best script of the bunch because it's really about something. And it's really a character study, and there's a lot going on, and it's not like it's a journey. And I'm really excited to see the Supergirl movie more than I probably should be, for that reason alone. And to know that the script was good enough that that's the first one they put into production means I think we're getting something special, and it's going to be a great follow-up. It's turned out to be a great follow-up to what James Gunn did, because you got a chance to introduce the character in the diametrically opposed way that we're used to seeing the most recent incarnation of Supergirl as a hot mess. You know, to me, she was half the girls I dated in my 20s, with a little dog with a sweater on, you know.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. You know, it feels like workplace stress is higher than ever these days, and I was just reading that about 61% of the global workforce is dealing with above normal levels of stress, and honestly, it's not surprising. When you're stuck in endless Zoom meetings, juggling deadlines, or just trying to keep your head above water, it adds up. Now sure, a quick vacation sounds nice, but let's be real, it's not a long-term fix. What's helped me is building small wellness habits. For me, it's things like getting outside in the sun for a few minutes, or squeezing in a brisk walk during breaks. But for a lot of people, sometimes that's just not enough, and that's where therapy can really help. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform with over 30,000 therapists who've already helped over 5 million people worldwide. Their app is super convenient. You can meet with a therapist with just a click, and if it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime. And just listen to the user reviews. The BetterHelp app has a 4.9 out of 5 from over 1.7 million reviews. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? We now know who's writing the Wonder Woman script. Will they get it to the place that they'll be ready to greenlight it? We'll find out. But it's the person who just wrote the Supergirl script. They're clearly really happy with it. Whatever your takeaway from this is, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.